First of all, big win, obviously, for our program. Texas A&M one of the top teams in the country in their home field. We challenged our players, to improve each week and each game, and they've done that. And I'm very proud of those guys. We've been working on getting our edge back, and we're getting closer. And it's a big win for our program right now.
Questions?
Gus, that zone read is just taking off. How much did you guys use that in this game?
Well, we tried to early with some different formations. They did a good job mixing it up. Our plan was to be in the game at halftime and try to wear them down in the second half. And I think for the most part, it worked.
Marcus, on that last timeout, the first timeout you called with about 45 seconds to go. What were you thinking? Was that from Ellis up top?
Yeah, we just wanted to catch our breath. We kind of figured out what to do. We wanted to make sure and try to make sure the big guy didn't beat us. I mean, he's a phenomenal player, and just wanted to kind of catch our breath, catch our bearings, and get a plan for the next couple of
That call there on the throw to Marcus Davis there to the touchdown. What was there was big.
Yeah, it was big. I mean, they were playing zero, and they were putting everybody on the line of scrimmage, and they kind of bottled stuff a couple times, and I think it was a third down play, if I remember right, and Marcus made a great catch, and our quarterback made a very good throw.
Was that your decision to make that particular play? Is that something that you kind of came up on this spur of the moment?
Me and Coach Lashley do it together, and Coach Lashley deserves a lot of credit today. He had these guys prepared, and like I said, they were executing very good in the fourth quarter when we needed to.
It's not a pursuit by the defense. It does seem like they're trying to get into the sideline instead of trying to make that big play all game.
What's that?
Your defensive line, your linebackers seem to be going, pushing to the sideline.
Well, you got to try to bottle up the guy. I mean, he's phenomenal when things break down. But in the fourth quarter when he came back, I think we were a little bit fresher there, and we made the two big plays towards the end.
Well, did you think you were advanced enough offensively to score in a battle with them?
We're learning about our team every week. They answered this test. We feel like we've improved. Even last week, we played a 1AA opponent, but we improved, I felt like. And so it was just, we were curious how we'd respond on the road, better than we did against LSU. And, I'm very proud.
Can you discuss that last offensive drive? You ran the ball really well with Trey and Nick. It seemed like you kind of rededicated to the run on that specific drive.
Yeah. Well, in the fourth quarter, we started going four wide and kind of spreading them out. When we were going to heavy sets, they were taking some chances right there. We got them spread out, and we let Nick read it a couple times. And, after we got a first down, we just started pace running, and, they retired. And that's what we wanted to do.
Trey really picked up some really hard yards for you today. How big was that? It got you some first down.
He's a tough guy. He's an extremely tough guy. He was a little banged up coming into the game, and he really rose the occasion. I think our offensive line did too.
What do you think when Trey scores that go-ahead touchdown? There's a minute 19 I think left. You're giving it back to the defense, and you're also giving it back to the player you said is the best player in college football.
Yeah, hey, it was a challenge for our defense, and they found a way to get it done. Their quarterback's unbelievable, but they got great receivers. Their offensive line is good. They got good running backs. I mean, they're a good team. They're a top 10 team, and our guys found a way to win.
How far has that defensive line come these last 3 weeks?
No, they've gotten better each week, and the great thing is we play a lot of guys. And I think that really made a big difference in the fourth quarter. I think we were a little bit faster than they were, and they were a little bit slower right there. Our defensive line, they hung in the battle. I mean, at times we gave up yards, but they're a good team.
If they're a top 10 team, you come in here and beat them, what does that make you think?
I don't know. I'll let everybody else decide that. I just know we're taking it one game at a time. We've not arrived yet. We've gotten better each week. We want to continue to get better, and I think we can if we stay healthy. But like I said, we'll take it one step at a time, and we'll look back at the end of the year and we'll figure it out.
Let's talk about two game-winning drives with Nick and the offense in the last 2 to 3 minutes of a game. I guess just talk about what you've gotten from them.
Yeah, for a guy that didn't go through spring, God, it says a lot. Mississippi State was a big win at home, a lot of pressure, and then on the road, one of the toughest places to play college football with the environment. Nick did a great job.
Let's talk about kind of keeping them one-dimensional. You were able to stop the running game and make them throw the football. How big was that for you?
Yeah, you got to take away something, and the running backs are extremely good. And when you play dime and you put two safeties back, they're smart enough just to keep running the football. Coach Johnson did a good job mixing things up, and it was good.
I'd say Manziel was able to connect with Evans a lot, and that was really all the story there. What was the preparation like to prepare for a guy who's just that big, obviously, he's a tremendous talent, and he had a great day.
Well, I mean, you gotta mix it up a little bit. He's a great player, and those two have the it factor, and we knew that. And he did a good job separating, made some big catches, and a couple times we had him covered. Just those back shoulder, that's tough. You got to get some help, but to get help, they run the football. So it's kind of you got to mix things up.
What were the last 48 hours like when Josh Halsey goes down in practice, and what the defensive team has kind of been like?
Well, it was a tough deal, and but this team, we played without a lot of our guys, and our guys find a way, and everybody steps up and they raise their level, and we're going in the right direction right now.
Gus, for you,
I like our team.
for you personally, and having this win this early, a big win like this on the road in this top 15, what does it mean for you and where this program is?
Yeah, I hadn't had time to sit back and think about it, other than the fact that, I'm just proud of our team. We're going to enjoy this victory, and we'll get ready for next week. And like I said, at the end of the year, we'll figure out where we're at. But our guys have bought into what we're doing. We got outstanding coaches. We're all together. And,
Can you speak to your emotions after the win? Obviously, you were hugging,
Yeah.
just high-fiving, just enjoying the moment. I saw
Yeah.
you even jumped around with the team a little bit.
Oh, did I?
Yeah. Just talk about the emotions.
Yeah, I'm proud of our players. I mean, proud of our players, how far they've come, what they went through to get here, and just to see smiles in their face, and have a sense of accomplishment, a big game on the road. It just makes you feel good as a coach, and tells me we're going in the right direction. Like I said, we've not arrived yet. We got a lot of areas we could improve on.
Talk about Ron White, senior, having changed positions this week.
Played position and changed position on Thursday night. I mean, against that offense, he's a veteran guy. He's done a great job for us this year. He's been a guy that hadn't done a whole lot up to this point. In the senior year, he's really coming on, and proud of him.
Yes, you said from day one that it's a new day, and you've changed the focus and put last year to bed, but when you've seen the process from the time you first got here to now, and seeing the change in the players and the mindset.
Well, the players deserve all the credit. I mean, they've worked extremely hard, and bought into what we're doing. They play together, they play for each other. We don't have any individuals, and it's a fun group to coach right now.
You guys have talked so much about making mistakes in the red zone. You had one score touchdown anyway. You guys were 6 for 6 today in the red zone.
Oh, okay.
Talk about your red zone, conversions.
Yeah, it was big. I think the third down, the big one to Quan Bray on the scramble. I mean, that was a huge play right there. It was good that we got that one. And then, you got to score points against a team like them. And I got it.
Is this something you just focused on in practice? The red zone?
Yeah, I mean, we spend a lot of time offensively and defensively in the red zone.
Take a few more.
Defensive line, obviously, we talked about the pressure a little bit earlier, but really it seemed to amp it up late. I mean, that rotation obviously got a lot of pressure. D Ford, rose to the occasion. Talk about kind of the extra effort you got from
Well, I think anytime, Coach Garner rotates them and tries to keep them fresh, we talked about we're going to get the fourth quarter and we're going to be in better condition. I mean, that was kind of our plan. And I think for the most part, I felt like we were.
Talk about the end of the half. It's sort of a crazy sequence
Yeah.
there. You just missed 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Sammy.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Hey, you're on the 1-inch line. It's kind of one of those deals that we felt like we had a chance. And, we threw one and we kind of underthrew it. And we ran the football. And we felt like we'd get them in some single coverage. And, of course, they doubled, but still, it was a really good throw by Nick. But, how you're just sitting there and you get a feel for calling the game. Obviously, it didn't work out. But we're going to be aggressive. I mean, and I think we had to be aggressive, against this bunch on the road.
Red zone defense, holding them to the field goal there, that was one of the biggest plays.
It really was. Holding the field goal was huge, and our defense has done that pretty much all year. Hold teams to field goals, and that's huge.
All right, Coach, thank you.
Thank you.
Hey,